Welcome to show 12 of the Cloth Diaper podcast. Today's episode is with Thea from Bebeboo Cloth Diapers. We're talking manufacturing and setting up your own cloth diaper brand. The Cloth Diaper podcast is a weekly show dedicated to everything cloth diaper. We talk with brands, retailers, and mamas around the world about modern day cloth diapering. Have you ever wondered what your big name cloth diaper brand looked like when they were just starting out? No? This is what today's episode is. Today I'm talking with Thea from Bebeboo Cloth Diapers. She is a mama entrepreneur based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and she will probably be the next Funky Fluff, or the next Smart Bottoms, or the next Best Bottom Diapers. I think she's going to go places because she is setting up a solid foundation for her cloth diaper business, and I can't wait to share it with you. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Bailey. I am the host of the Cloth Diaper podcast. I am a cloth diaper addict and mama, and that's about it. I am a stay-at-home mom who has a blog dedicated to motherhood, cloth diapering, and everything else in between. And I thought I would start this new project because I wanted to connect with more brands and I wanted to share more stories. And I am absolutely loving this cloth diaper project. It fills my heart with so much joy, and I am excited to introduce Thea today.
Well, I don't have a set pronunciation for it because, one, I'm an immigrant. So if people from my place pronounces it, it might be two different ways. It could be Bebeboo or Babyboo. So either way is okay with me.
So it doesn't really matter. I wasn't sure if I was butchering it or not with how I thought it. I thought it might be like Bebeboo, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. That would work too.
That would work too. Tell me, what's your name? Who are you? And how did you get started in this?
Okay. Thea Briones. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. How did I get started with this? Well, let's just say 2 years ago, I was in a moment of thinking, what else can I do? I was getting frustrated about things around us, politics, issues around the world, immigration, and I am nobody, and there's really not much I can do. But I figured maybe with little things we can do something. Although we're already caught diapering, and I'm like, maybe I could do something more with it. And at the same time, you know how when you're a mom, you kind of feel like stuck with just being a mom?
Yeah.
Although I do have a corporate job, the corporate job kind of feels like, I'm happy with my job. It's just that you're just in a phase where you just want to do something more, but you don't want to leave behind whatever you already have.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how Bebeboo come about after figuring out what I want to do or what business I want to set up. That's how Bebeboo was born.
Cool. That's like why I do this podcast is there's not like, you just feel like you need some more purpose in life.
Yes.
So you guys are selling cloth diapers, right? And what type of products is Bebeboo selling? What?
Yes, we do sell cloth diapers and some accessories to go with it. Primarily, we are on the all-in-two setup, which is like a pocket diaper with a snap-in insert. I know there's other types of diaper systems, such as the all-in-one and the cover, but right now that is my focus, the all-in-two, simply because that is the system that has worked with me and I am most familiar with. I know customers are looking into other systems as well, and we will work on offering that in the future, but for now, that's what I'm focusing on.
That's what one of my questions was. I was curious about why you chose that, and that's just because that's a system that works really well for you?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And so I've also noticed that all of your products come with bamboo inserts and not microfiber. Is that the same story? Or did I misread that?
Honestly, when I started, the first batch was with a bamboo charcoal insert. As we know, bamboo charcoal insert has microfiber inside, and the outer lining will be the bamboo charcoal. So I phased that out and focused on just the bamboo insert. So we now have 5 layers of all bamboo in our inserts.
Nice.
The all into is because as a working mom, not all day. One of the challenges of a working mom is that not all daycares accept cloth diaper.
Yeah.
And if they do accept cloth diaper, they only allow one use diaper, either an all into or a pocket. You can't send covers. If you do send cover, it should be one use also. You can't ask daycare centers to replace the inserts for you.
Yeah.
So and all in one most of the time are expensive. So I figured all in two will be the best one to offer at this time.
Yeah, and it's a nice little hybrid because you can snap in the inserts, so it's all in one easy for daycare providers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all-in-twos are awesome. They're
Right.
super
Mm-hmm.
flexible in their options. I was going to ask you, so you're
True.
manufacturing overseas, correct? You're working,
We do.
yeah. Who
Yes.
are you? How's that process been with trying to find a manufacturer and organizing all of that? I hear that can be a little bit of a challenge for new business owners.
It is, especially if you have not personally had an experience in outsourcing. I did have some outsourcing experience, but that's more of a corporate job rather than my personal experience. So it was still a challenge to find manufacture the final product for me. Took me about, I would say, a year and a half to finish everything.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
that's a longer process than I imagined, but also sounds very similar to some of my previous guests on the show.
yeah, yeah. And even until now that we're already officially launched, we still, go through bumps here and there. And it's a continuous improvement. I could have gone to the easier route of choosing a manufacturer that is popular per se with other um, I guess I'll just call them co-op because that's how they present themselves as diaper co-ops. I could
Mm-hmm.
have gone with the route of choosing their manufacturers, the popular ones, but I chose not to because of personal reasons and logistics reasons as well. I went with a smaller factory. It's a family-owned business. After I've interviewed them and we did some video chats also, I like how small they are because obviously I'm also a small business and
Yeah.
I feel like we could grow together. I
Oh,
mean, they're not perfect, but we can grow together. And I think that's a good way also of giving each other a chance to grow.
manufacturing, that's a whole headache in itself. That's super awesome though that you found a manufacturer that you are excited
Mhm.
to grow with and both of you take on
Yeah.
an adventure. So you guys, you have some really interesting prints. What inspires you to make the prints that you do? Where does that inspiration come from for Bebeboo Diapers?
Print inspirations comes from different interests. One of the prints that we have, which is Mercuddles, it features baby mermaids, baby merboys, and their parents. My youngest, this girl, after two boys, I finally have a baby girl. And as a new girl mom, you're into all girls.
Yes. My second's a girl too. It's a bit a deep dive into everything girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I was like, I still have boys, and there will be boy moms who will be caught diapering, and plus, I recall my one of my main purpose of going into this business was that to do something and give back something, and I'm like, I love mermaids. Maybe I can do something about this mermaid team and present something out. This print, though it's mermaidy, is that a word? I wanted to present something about inclusion. So I know so this print for me is very special because it's for everyone. It's not just for girl moms. It's not just for moms who are into mermaids. It's also for dads also. This is also for daddy's girls or mommy's boys because there are mer boys in it. And if you'll notice also the skin colors of the mermaids and the merboys are also a mix. So
Oh
as an
no.
immigrant myself, that's very special for me as far as skin color is concerned. Now for the other prints, they're basically just based on whatever I think customers would like. So we have the Mama Dragon, the
Yeah.
Dragon Mama, which is inspired by a popular TV show. We have the House Blend, which is inspired by a popular book, and so on and so forth. We will be releasing other prints later on, which will be inspired by topics that I'm strongly into. And there will be prints that are just plainly, let's say, about like books or TV shows or movies.
Just pop culture in general. Whatever you're feeling like is your motivation.
Yes, yes. And maybe we will also have some seasonal prints, but that's kind of like a long planning to go. I'm not really much into seasonal prints because it's kind of hard to move them once they're out of season already.
I don't buy seasonal prints. I don't know. I just have a hard time. I just have a hard time putting snowflakes on in the summer and Halloween characters on in April. I
True.
just can't do it. But there are people out there who love Halloween. And there's people out there who love seasonal prints. You just once they come
Yeah.
onto Bebeboo and they're like your fans, then you can start thinking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So why should someone buy Bebeboo cloth diapers over another cloth diaper competitor? What makes you unique and stand out above other cloth diaper brands?
First and foremost, it will be the price point. I'm doing my best to keep my price point reasonable, despite the features. The materials that we use, the bamboo cotton most especially, is expensive, obviously, than the microfiber. But despite of, I want to keep my price point affordable, at the same time offering the customers what they love, which is adorable prints. And then another reason why I chose the bamboo is because it's more reliable than the microfiber, but not as expensive as the hemp, for example. Although hemp has its limitations, also as we know, it's not a fast absorbing material. So why choose Bebeboo diapers? Is because we want to offer you the usual cute, reliable diapers at an affordable price point.
That's a very good reason. What is, for those of my listeners who haven't wandered over to your website, which I'll include the links in the show notes for this episode, what is the price point for a Bebeboo diaper?
Our all-in-two cloth diaper with a 5-layer bamboo insert is $15.95 for the one size. And then for our, we call it petite, which is the newborn diaper, it comes with a 4-layer bamboo insert. It is $12.85.
Okay, yeah, those are totally reasonable prices. Hey, you're on the a little bit above what like dirt cheap co-op diapers, but you're below what the maybe we would call mainstream industry is, right?
Mainstream that are also made outside of the USA.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not as expensive as the USA brand because obviously they are made in the USA, but there are also mainstream brands that are still on the higher end price range, and we don't want to go there. We're trying to maintain our price point reasonable.
I think like if Funky Fluff was still in business, they would be like a similar product manufacturing overseas, and they were, I think, $22 a diaper. So yeah, you're pretty affordable.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I haven't tried Funky Fluff yet, but
no, well, they've gone out of business, so you're not.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah.
So if you're saying $15 a diaper, that's an entire stash. What, for $3.50? That's totally reasonable, right?
Mm-hmm. And then our medium size wet bag is only $10.
Oh, perfect. There you go. And you've got some great prints that appeal to, and they're really inclusive. They're not super girly and they're not super boy, which is something I love because I have one of each kid. What's been your biggest challenge with starting up a cloth diaper company?
Biggest challenge, as with any startup, is getting your name out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going 1 year into this business, I started with just doing giveaways and giveaways, just letting people know, hey, I'm here. Yeah. But so far with the second launch of prints, I feel like we are having a much more warm welcome. And I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Yeah.
Yeah. It must be like just getting your name out. And I know a couple of the other brands that I've talked with a lot of startups, mostly because they're trying to get their names out, and that's a big challenge. And there's so many brands of cloth diapers out there, and try to make sure that people know your worth.
Yes.
And why we should shop with you. So I saw on your website that you have a petite diaper buyback give back program.
Yes.
Want to tell me about this? Why did you start this initiative? And then my other question was that now that the Rebecca Foundation is no more, what is your plans for how this program is going to evolve? So maybe explain the program to our listeners who don't know what I'm talking about. I thought this was a really cool initiative that you had going on. If you want to learn more about how or why the Rebecca Foundation fell apart in September, you can check out Show 10 of the Cloth Diaper podcast. It's available on iTunes, YouTube, and Podbean.
Yeah. So aside from the one size diaper, we have the petite diaper, which is basically the newborn size. And after cloth diapering two babies, the first one I didn't really go through the newborn diapers because it was when I started cloth diapering and I was just skeptical as far as starting cloth diaper. So we went through the one size right immediately after. I think we started towards 3 months. But with my current one, we started at newborn phase, and I would say getting the newborn stash was worth it.
Yeah.
And that's also the reason why I'm offering this size in our brand. Now, I know a lot of parents are leery about investing on it because the babies outgrow it sooner. It's not like a one size where you're going to use it for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm offering the buyback give back program. We're offering reasonable amount to buy back your petite diaper, and in exchange we'll give you a store credit that you can use to purchase anything from our store, whether it's a diaper or an accessory or maybe an additional insert. When we started this, we were partnering with our local chapter of the Rebecca Foundation. Unfortunately, because of what happened recently, we obviously don't have anybody else to give it to. But I am still in contact with the former president and vice president of the local chapter. They still have a bunch of the diapers that we have donated with them in the past. They are still committed in giving that out to those in need. And we are in the same local group on our Facebook group in the Las Vegas page.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding is that they are forming a new entity, not to replace, but to do almost the same work as the Rebecca Foundation did. So as soon as that is settled, hopefully we'll partner with them as well. If not, I'm also working on with local mamas and finding local charities that we can donate our diapers to, maybe church, or if there's any other diaper bank that we can be in partner with. Otherwise, I know there are nationwide chapters like Jake's Diaper that we can contact. But since I'm local Las Vegas, and I know there are local moms also who will need help, so I want to try to stay local for the meantime.
Yeah, that's great. I was noticing when I was flipping through your website that you were pretty passionate about your local Las Vegas cloth diaper community, and that's wonderful to hear, hey?
Yeah, that's because before I moved to Las Vegas, I always look at Las Vegas as nothing beyond just the desert and nothing beyond just the casinos.
Mm-hmm.
And then we explored the city and like, it is actually nice here. I know it's hot in the summer, but there are actually people here beyond the casinos. There are homes, there are families, there are kids. there's an entire community out here. And then when I realized there's also a cloth diapering community, I'm like, oh, that's even more wonderful. So I want to give back to the city that we are now loving.
Yeah, I love that. I went to Vegas for my honeymoon, of course.
Yeah.
And our favorite part about going to Vegas was when we finally got off the strip and we rented a car and we started going to restaurants like in little suburbs, and that was our favorite part of Vegas, was just leaving.
I see.
What people think about Vegas. So I can see what you mean just by the people that we met in the suburbs of Vegas. Yeah. I'm gonna cough here. So you've mentioned that you have a big fancy job as well, and you're doing this side hustle, and you're raising 3 kids. How do you make time for it?
I honestly don't know how I manage my time. I used to dream about the job, my pending task at work. Now I dream about the next diaper print. So I don't know. So at night when my baby breastfeeds to sleep, I think about the next diaper print, or I browse through Instagram and plan for the next post that I will be putting up. During the day, I do my full-time job. I rear 3 kids with the help of my husband. My husband has been very good. He's not helping me with the business per se, but he's helping me because he's very hands-on with the kids.
Oh, good. That makes a world of a difference. I know when my husband is home and he's helping, then
Mhm.
it just makes everything go so much easier, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What do
Don't
you like to do in your free time? If you were to have an hour without children, what would you do?
nap.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very expensive. Nap.
Where do you want to take Bebeboo diapers in the next year and into the future? What is your next year to 5-year plan?
I am hoping to get into wholesaling. Hopefully, when the brand is ready, we can venture into wholesaling.
Yeah, that's a good dream. It's a big one, hey? And that will be really beneficial for your factory as well, right? That would be
Yes, yes.
it would help trickle down to everybody, hey?
Baby steps.
Baby steps. It's always good to know what your dream is though, so that you
Mhm.
can keep going forward.
Right now, we're just preparing everything that we think is needed, such as getting the CPSC lab testings done. So at least
Yeah.
that's been done, and we know we are in compliance.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we'll get there.
So do you have a mentor that helps you guide you through all these process, or are you just fumbling through the dark and knowing how to get this all set up?
Just me.
Just you. Just
That's
you.
yeah.
So
From
where
setting the website to figuring out the accounting. Although the tax, obviously, I have a tax person doing that for me. Everything else is me.
So tell me where are you from originally, Thea, that you've immigrated from?
We are from Southeast Asia, country
Okay.
called the Philippines.
Yeah.
I know. I always have to say we're from Asia because when I say we're from the Philippines, people were like, "Oh, that's in South America, right?" No.
Oh. The one question that I had from people lately has been they want to know what is your why? Why do you do this? Why are you doing Bebeboo diapers?
As I mentioned, the reason why I went into business is because I was finding my additional sense of work.
Mm,
If you know,
mhm.
so regardless of what you plan on doing or what you figured out on doing, know that you're doing it because not for other people but for yourself. Some
Yeah.
people go into business because they want to make more money. Some people go into business because they want to find their self-worth. Some people go into business because I don't know, for whatever reason. Whatever it is, do it because it's going to make you happy. It's not always going to be easy, but you just have to keep going. Always remember that whatever you have right now is what you've asked for in the past, and you finally have it. And it's not going to be an easy road. You just have to keep on going.
I guess that really leads into my next question, which I always ask my guests, what's that one piece of advice you give to all the mamas listening? That's pretty much it, hey? Or do you have
Is,
something else?
is it an advice about cloth diapering or mama
It
in
could
general?
be anything. If you were to meet a new mama, what would you tell her?
I guess as far as cloth diapering is concerned, and in general, whatever you choose as a mama is not a one size fit all thing. Some mamas will advise you to do this, some will advise you to do that. I mean, go with what you feel will work for you and your family. Whether it's cloth diapering full time, part time, still using disposables on the go, and just using cloth diapers at home, that's okay.
Yeah.
Using formula versus breast milk or doing mixed feed, that's okay too. Whatever is comfortable for you, as long as your baby's safe, that's all you, mama. And you're
Mhm.
doing a good thing, a good job. Doesn't matter what other people say.
So where can people connect with you on the web? Where can we buy Bebeboo diapers right now? And where can people find you on social media?
Our website is www.bebeboodiapers.com,
Mhm.
and we're also on Facebook and Instagram at Bebeboo Diapers. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is on our website, or I can be reached faster via Facebook Messenger or Instagram direct message. much.
Awesome. So I will include links to all those in the show notes for anybody listening in case you forget. But it's pretty easy to find your Instagram page, as well as your Facebook page. I will also share those on my socials. But thank you so much for joining me today, Thea. I love talking to you. I'm super excited. I hope that my cloth diaper arrives today in the mail. Thea was so sweet. That was such a great interview with this new up-and-coming cloth diaper brand. I don't know about you, but I am just jumping at the guns to go order a cloth diaper, except that I know I've got one in the mail because I'm going to do a review over at simplymombailey.com. That review should be out in about 2 or 3 weeks. I still need to receive the product, and I'm currently at Blistum right now. Blistum is in Toronto, Canada right now, and it is talking everything about finding your bliss. I am excited to be attending workshops about podcasting, about blogging, about entrepreneur, and I can't wait to leave feeling inspired to take on my next project, whatever that is, or to take this project in some great new directions. That said, the Cloth Diaper podcast is run by a social introvert. That's me, Bailey. And so if you would love to be on the Cloth Diaper podcast, or you've been thinking, I'm friends with Bailey, and I wonder why she hasn't asked me to be on the Cloth Diaper podcast yet, send me an email and let's make it work. You can email me at bailey@clothdiaperpodcast.com, and I chat with mamas, brands, and retailers from around the world about cloth diapering. If you just want to have a conversation because you're a cloth diaper nerd or because there's a drama llama issue, seriously, I'm your girl. Let's do it. It's super easy and super quick. For the rest of you who just want to keep in the loop with cloth diapering. So follow us on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook at Cloth Diaper Podcast. The show notes for this episode, as well as other great content, is available at www.clothdiaperpodcast.com. You can also sign up for our newsletter, which as soon as I get some subscribers, I'll start sending out an email every week with the latest episode. And that's it. Until next week, I will see you later. Bye.